Blessings and welcome to the Circle of Heka. I'm Lady Amaris and I have with me today Nikki, and she's going to be answering a few questions on aphantasia. And if you're not sure what that is, that means that you're not able to visualize or hold an image in your mind's eye, the same as other people. So those people have been given the diagnosis of being aphantasic. Now, I didn't know until quite recently that Nikki was that. She didn't tell me. So I'd been going on the assumption that she was navigating the idea of visualizing the same as everyone else that I've been in contact with. So I'm aware of aphantasia, but I've never actually been in contact I've never talked to anyone with aphantasia before. So this is a good opportunity to kind of talk to someone about how they do it. Now, I know that there are different forms of aphantasia, that people have different ways of visualizing things, or you know, some people call it like talking to themselves in their head, or whatever it happens to be. But what we're talking about in regards to magic is visualizing something. So when someone says in a magical spell, visualize yourself on a tropical island with a mojito in your hand and a luscious vista and someone beautiful by your side, whatever it happens to be, you are visualizing that in your mind's eye. So what I usually say is that you're seeing it in your head, so you can have your eyes open, you're seeing it in your head, but you're not seeing it like it's in front of you in a movie screen. So I think some people who are able to visualize get that a little bit confused, because they've watched movies and they think that it's going to be like the movies when someone has a vision and they see something and you can see the same thing, and it's almost like they're there or they're seeing it on a movie screen. And that's not necessarily how most people visualize. It's, if I said, you know, think of an apple, and then you can see an apple in your head. Now, when I say think of an apple, what do you do?
Because it's kind of like you're blind, you can't see anything. So if I think of an apple, in my mind I'm reaching out and I'm grabbing an apple. Like, I can feel like my arms are moving even though they're not, and I'm touching an apple. I can feel it. I can feel how it's textured. I can smell it. If I drop it, I can hear it, but I just can't see it.
Okay, so you don't see anything, but your other senses are at work when it comes to the visualization. So you can feel an apple. So if I said, dog, you would be able to feel the fur, yeah. smell the smell of wet dog if the dog happened to be
out in the rain.
You'd be able to hear the barking of the dog. What else? You'd be able to taste the dog. He's giving you a big sloppy kiss, and you can taste,
whatever they've just eaten.
It's usually poo, but so you're still visualizing. And again, when I say to people about visualizing, it's using the whole senses. It's not just what you see. It's the taste and the touch and the smell and the hearing. So you bring that into your visualization. So you've got all of the others. You just don't have the visual aspect of that.
I just can't see it. Like, I can describe it to myself. Like, if you think describe an apple, imagine how it's described in a book. And that is what my brain is telling me. Like, I can't see it, but it's a gorgeous red. I know it's red, but I just can't see it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are visualizing and you are describing what it is to yourself, yes, because I was just going to say, it's not like you're looking at the words. You're actually just, you're going on the memory of something that you've had, and then you're describing that.
It's like a narration, like a little inner monologue telling me, like, if I'm visualizing a stroll through the forest, it is a little monologue from a book that describes what I see, what I smell, what I hear, and I just go along with it because it's like I can feel myself walking through a forest, but I just can't see it.
So when you use that, say, for spell work or ritual work, so say for a spell you are visualizing yourself in a brand new car, let's just say. Not that you would because you can't drive, but
I want a fancy car. Just for show.
Chauffeur.
Just for show.
Yeah.
Just
Look at my car. Yeah.
You've got to go for a drive? No.
It's a no drive car. So you're doing a spell and you want to, it's for a new car. So how would you go about that?
I would, like, in my mind, I feel like I'm sitting in a car. Like, I describe the feeling of it being in a car. My body, like, I might be standing up, but I feel like I'm sitting down, and like moving around the car, but I'm describing it in my head what it feels like to be sitting there. Like, there's, I feel like I'm telling myself I'm putting the seatbelt on now. I'm holding the steering wheel. I can see out the bonnet, over the bonnet type of thing, but I can't see it. It's like I've written it all down, everything, what I see, what I hear, in a book, and I'm just reading that out to myself.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that, let's say, because you have that part of you that's gone, like the same as someone who is blind, the other senses are more come up to the fore, so they're more visceral. So when you are thinking about something, you actually really do almost taste it, or you can feel it, like you said, sitting down. You may be standing up, but you can feel yourself sitting down, so you feel that they're very strong.
I feel like the sense of like touch is a lot stronger, being that I can be sitting down and I can imagine myself prancing around in a field. Like, I can feel like I'm moving around, but I'm sitting completely still.
Mm-hmm. So that those things have become more heightened because you have that one part of your visualization kit that's not there.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing that I was thinking of is, do you surmise that you're not being able to see maybe part of the medication that you take?
I thought so as well. Like, I considered it because I've never looked into it, that maybe medication might link to changing my brain activity. And yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've been like that since I was younger, but I've been on medication for a long time, so it could have affected it. But it's nice knowing that, like, even though I can't see anything, I can still see things.
Okay, I'll ask you now because I didn't ask you in the previous one. How long have you been on medication?
Since I was 11, so over 10 years.
Ah.
Yes.
So you rattle when you walk.
Yes.
Okay, so that would mean now when we go through, say, a visualization in a circle, so when you're part of a group, someone who is aphantasic will also obviously have to modify what they do, or also let people know in the group that they are, so that they can modify how they are going to do a visualization. Because most of the time, say you're doing a meditation, a guided meditation, you find that most of the guided meditations are what you can see. They're not so much what you can feel and what you can taste. They're very much on the visual side. So that would mean that taking a guided visualization, or get my teeth in and I'll be able to say what I'm trying to say, is that we would have to make that visualization more well-rounded and fuller. So putting in, what the smells are, what what things feel like, what start putting those into that visualization as well. Because if you're doing a visualization meditation, you're not getting everything, and you have to kind of make up a lot of the stuff yourself.
Yeah, I do a lot of guided meditations, and they're very basic. They're very based on vision. So I have learned to really quickly fix it so I know what's going on. Like a lot of the times they talk about strolling through a forest, and in my brain I'm reaching out and trying to find things. So it helps, like, make it funny to myself and trip over a tree branch, but it
face deep into some mud.
You can taste the dirt.
Taste the dirt. Swallow the dirt.
So like having a little bit of extra in the guided meditations, just to say, you hear this, you smell this, you walk about 10 meters and you see this, and like even though I can't see it, I describe it enough to myself that I can kind of see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can think back to a time where I saw something similar to it.
Yeah.
And that is what I go off of.
Mm. Okay, so in that respect, then you are going on things that you have seen. So you've seen a tree, so you know what that looks like.
Mm.
So then you would then describe it to yourself. So you've seen a boat, you've seen a sailing ship, you've seen a picture of it.
Mm.
So you wouldn't be able to describe something that you hadn't seen with your own eyes.
Mm. Like if I've never seen it before and I have no idea what it is, I can't describe it. So then it just becomes when I close my eyes and I visualize something, all I see is black. So that is basically what I see for something I haven't seen before. Okay,
so when it comes to maybe spell work, getting together, this is a good tip for you. Getting together a visualization folder. So having pictures of different things, like pictures of boats, pictures of cars, pictures of houses, and looking at them and then being able to use them in your spell work. So not necessarily like a vision board, which you could probably use as a thing to help with that vision side of your visualizations, but so that you've seen, like, this is the house that I want to have. So you find a picture of the house that you want, or maybe other little bits and pieces, and so then you can sit there and describe it to yourself because you've seen the house, or the car that you want. Then you can describe it to yourself, and you've got your little visualization book if you're not.
Well, when the spell's all good and done, but I'd done one to get the house that I'm currently in, and because I really wanted it, and I didn't take photos or anything of it. I just wrote down in my journal as we were going through the house of different aspects of it that I quite liked, and so when I did just spell later, just trying to visualize myself in the house, I was able to imagine what my desk would look like in its spot, being that I wrote down, like, there's a corner there next to the window, my desk would look nice there next to the TV, and so just speaking like I'm reading from a script in my head is how I visualize it.
And then you've written it in your book, so you've already started the spell working.
Yeah.
So Yes. All right. Anything else you want to tell the viewers who are sitting there with bated breath on how to visualize?
Well, I guess, like, words are your friend. Like, if you can't see it like as a picture, see it as a book and just read it.
talk to yourself about it.
Yeah, talk to yourself. I do it all the time.
Okay, again, I hope that helps. If you've got any questions specifically about this, write them in the comments, and I will have Nikki again to maybe help answer some of those questions for you. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked this one, we also have another one another video that we've made at the same time with Nikki talking about mental illness and how she navigates spirituality and mental illness. So I hope you enjoyed that one as well. So thank you for joining us, and many blessings.
Blessed be.
All right. Okay. It's a lot harder than you think. Isn't
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask me a question and all the words just kind of like, what is English?
Yeah. Your brain just goes, what?
I don't speak this language.
Yeah. So I don't get people who can just turn the thing and then go, let me tell you about this, just real quick, and then they're talking just,
Yeah, and they rattle it off. You look, the second you turn the camera on, like, words. What are words?
No. Obviously they're used to it, but Americans seem to be able to just speak at the drop of the hat. Anyway, we're recording this.
If you like this video and want to see more, please click on the links provided. If you think this witchcraft thing may be for you, please subscribe. Blessed be.